everyone! Welcome back to my channel, TrashToTeach.
If you just installed VS Code, opened it, and thought, okay, now what? This video is for you. VS Code is the most popular code editor in the world, used by beginners, used by senior engineers at Google and Microsoft. But out of the box, it's just a blank text editor. The magic comes from how you set it up. Most beginner tutorials skip the setup entirely and jump straight into code, and then people wonder why their experience feels clunky, why errors aren't highlighted, why nothing seems to run properly. Today we fix that. I'm going to walk you through the exact VS Code setup that makes coding actually enjoyable from day one. No fluff, no filler, just everything you need in order. Download and install. First, if you haven't installed VS Code yet, go to code.visualstudio.com. Click the big download button. It automatically detects your operating system, Windows, Mac, or Linux, and gives you the right version. Run the installer. On Windows, make sure you check the boxes that say Add to Path and Add Open with Code Action to Windows Explorer context menu. These two options save you a lot of hassle. Later, they let you open any folder directly in VS Code from your File Explorer with a right-click. Click Install, let it finish, and launch VS Code. You'll land on the Welcome tab. You can close that, we don't need it. The interface in 2 minutes. Before we install anything, let me give you a 2-minute tour so nothing feels mysterious. On the far left, you have the activity bar, those 5 icons. From top to bottom, Explorer, which shows your files and folders. Search, Source Control, which is where GitHub integration lives. Extensions, which we're about to use heavily. And Run and Debug. The big area in the middle is your editor where your code lives. At the bottom is the terminal panel, a command line built right into VS Code so you never need to open a separate window. And at the very bottom is the status bar. It shows you what language you're working in, any errors, and your Git branch. That's it, 5 zones. Once you know those, VS Code stops feeling overwhelming. The 7 must-have extensions. Now the good stuff. Click the extensions icon. It looks like 4 squares, or press Ctrl plus Shift plus X on Windows, Command plus Shift plus X on Mac. This opens the extensions marketplace. There are over 50,000 extensions, but as a beginner, you only need 7. Let me walk you through each one. Extension 1, Prettier Code Formatter. Search Prettier and install it. Prettier automatically formats your code every time you save it. Fixes indentation, spacing, and bracket placement without you thinking about it. Clean code, 0 effort. Extension 2, ESLint. If you're writing JavaScript or TypeScript, ESLint catches errors and bad practices before you even run your code. It underlines problems in red and yellow directly in the editor. It's like spell check for your code. Extension 3, Python by Microsoft. If you plan to write any Python, and if you're a beginner, you probably will. This extension is non-negotiable. It adds syntax highlighting, autocomplete, debugging support, and the ability to run Python files directly from VS Code with 1 click. Extension 4, GitLens. This supercharges VS Code's built-in Git support. It shows you exactly who wrote each line of code, when it was changed, and why directly inside the editor. As a beginner, it helps you understand your own project history as it grows. Extension 5, Live Server. This one is for anyone building websites. Install Live Server, right-click any HTML file and click Open with Live Server. It opens your website in the browser and automatically refreshes it every time you save. No more manually reloading the page. Game changer for beginners learning HTML and CSS. Extension 6, Indent Rainbow. A small one but genuinely useful. It colors your indentation levels in alternating soft colors so you can immediately see the structure of your code without counting spaces. Especially helpful in Python where indentation actually matters for the code to work. Extension 7, GitHub Copilot. This one has a free tier now and it's remarkable for beginners. As you type, Copilot suggests the next line or even the next entire function based on what you're writing. You don't have to accept every suggestion, but having it there as you learn is like having a senior developer looking over your shoulder. We'll come back to this when we cover GitHub setup. 7 extensions. That's your foundation. Don't go installing 20 things. It slows VS Code down and creates confusion. Start with these 7 and add more only when you have a specific need. Key settings to change. Now let's tune the settings. Press Ctrl plus comma or Command plus comma on Mac to open settings. Or go to File, then Preferences, then Settings. First setting, Autosave. Search Autosave and change it from off to after delay. Set the delay to 1000 milliseconds, that's 1 second. Now your files save automatically 1 second after you stop typing. You will never lose work again because you forgot to hit Ctrl plus S. Second setting, Format on Save. Search Format on Save and tick the checkbox. Now every time you save, Prettier automatically cleans up your code formatting. This builds good habits without any effort. Third setting, Font Size. Search font size and set it to whatever's comfortable. I recommend 14 or 15 to start. Your eyes will thank you during long coding sessions. Fourth setting, Word Wrap. Search Word Wrap and set it to On. This stops long lines of code disappearing off the right side of your screen. Everything stays visible without horizontal scrolling. 4 settings, small changes, big difference in your daily experience. Running your first file. Let's run some actual code. First, create a new folder on your desktop called My First Project. Then in VS Code, go to File, Open Folder, and select that folder. You'll see it appear in the Explorer panel on the left. Click the new file icon and create a file called hello.py. Type this exactly. Print open parenthesis, quote, hello from VS Code, exclamation point, quote, close parenthesis. Now press Ctrl plus F5. That's the shortcut to run without debugging. VS Code will ask you to select a Python interpreter. Choose the one that says Python 3 with your version number. You'll see your output appear in the terminal at the bottom. Hello from VS Code. That's your first program running inside VS Code. From here, the terminal stays open and you can run any file the same way. Integrated Terminal. Speaking of the terminal, let me show you how to use it properly because it saves enormous amounts of time. Press Ctrl plus backtick, that's the key just to the left of the number 1 to open and close the terminal. On Mac, it's the same shortcut. The terminal opens already pointed at your project folder, so if you type python hello.py and hit enter, your script runs. You can also install Python packages here with pip, run node.js scripts, use git commands, everything you'd normally do in a separate terminal window, all without leaving VS Code. You can also split the terminal into multiple panels. Click the split icon in the terminal toolbar. Useful when you want one terminal running a server and another free for commands. Connecting to GitHub. Now let's connect VS Code to GitHub so your code is backed up and version controlled from day one. If you don't have a GitHub account yet, go to github.com and create a free one. Takes 2 minutes. Back in VS Code, click the source control icon. It looks like a branch. Click Initialize Repository. This turns your project folder into a Git repository. Type a commit message in the box at the top, something like first commit, and click the checkmark to commit. VS Code will ask if you want to stage all changes. Click Yes. Now click Publish Branch. VS Code will ask you to sign into GitHub. Follow the prompts, authorize VS Code, and it will push your code directly to a new GitHub repository. Your project is now live on GitHub, backed up and version controlled. From now on, every time you make changes and want to save them to GitHub, stage, commit, and push. All from the source control panel, no command line needed. Themes and personalization. Last step, make it yours. Press Ctrl plus K, then Ctrl plus T to open the theme picker. VS Code comes with several built-in themes. My top 3 recommendations for beginners: 1. Dark Pro. Dark, easy on the eyes, hugely popular. Search it in extensions to install. GitHub Light Clean, minimal, great for daytime coding. Dracula Official Dark with vivid colors, great contrast. Pick whichever feels right. You can switch any time. A theme you enjoy looking at is one more reason to open VS Code and practice. Wrap up. That's your complete VS Code setup installed, configured, extended, connected to GitHub, and personalized. You now have the same dev environment that professional developers use, ready for Python, JavaScript, web development, or whatever direction you want to go. If this helped, hit subscribe. I put out beginner tech tutorials every week on TrashToTeach, and drop a comment telling me what you're planning to build first. I'd genuinely love to know. Next up on the channel, how to use Git and GitHub properly as a beginner, because now that you're connected, you'll want to know how it actually works. Link is on screen now. See you in the next one.